Hello, everybody. It's Gloria from Gigi the Crochet Queen. Welcome back to my channel. And for Dr. Katrina, thank you for being my continued member. And I hope some more of you will join her so we can start doing some more things. And for my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing and welcome to my channel. And for my returning subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for returning. I was going to change my earrings. I will do that now. I was like, oh, I need a different pair of earrings. So these will be coming off of, I don't think I have them listed anywhere. They are mine now. They match my dress. Put a little faux pearl in there. Hey, Darcia, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. And hope you get a thumbs up. What are you working on? What's your weather like? There we go. And I finished my top. Came out quite nice. And I had to block it because it was real wonky after I finished crocheting it. So now I'm working on an oversized shirt. And I'm using this huge mandala skein of yarn. It's called Giant. It is a Giant. And that one only had a small amount of yarn remaining after I finished it. So if I had made it as long as she made it, I would not have had enough yarn. But I do like the way it turned out. So I shall be wearing it sometime soon, hopefully. Not like I get out much. I have definitely become a homebody, which is not good. But this is a crazy world these days. I was watching the documentary on Hulu about the Frank lady. I don't know why I can't remember her name. The lady she's in prison for 30 years for the abuse of her children. But ooh, it is so scary to know how your mind can be tricked by unsavory people. But I always say you have to be open to the craziness to do the crazy stuff. So to me, she was open to it because at some point you got to say, I don't know if that's all right. Darcia, top is beautiful. I'm not working on anything yet. Can I see that yarn again? Oh, this one. I've already used, the middle of it is the pink, and then goes into the purple, and then it goes into the blue. And then it goes into another, not a purple, but a maybe lilac, lavender, a light purple. Then it goes back into some more blues and some greens, yellow, and then back to red. Yeah, I'm trying to make it better. So that is it. Those are the colors. Right there. But that actually is different from this one because my yellow is all the way down there. I don't even know if I'll make it to the yellow. I hope so. I hope the end of it becomes yellow. Maybe the collar will become yellow. I don't know. I like to play with the cakes just to see where the colors all land. Pretty colors. Thank you. Yes, I really like it. Hello, Rudy. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. And I hope you get a thumbs up. Are you working on anything? And what is your weather like? Now this pattern is by AC Crochet. That pattern is La Denser, and I changed it a little. She was doing single crochets. I did half double crochets. And I think yeah, she used a smaller hook. I think I used a 4.5. I think she used, I don't know, a smaller hook. And I know for sure AC Crochets definitely is using a smaller hook. I think she's either using 3 or 3.5, but I'm using a 5. Because the advantage to these patterns is that you don't necessarily have to use the same hook unless you're going for the same look, maybe. But I wasn't. I wanted a bigger hook because I wanted to get it finished faster. And it's just a cover up. It's not like it's something that I'm going to be wearing, revealing. I'll have a camisole under the one here, and this is a shirt, so I can wear a camisole under it too. And this is 3-weight yarn, and it's a little bit more tolerable for me in this hot South Florida weather than the 4-weight. These are all, and one thing I definitely noticed about doing the crochet items is that they are very heavy compared to textile stuff like this. This is lightweight. They take up a lot of space. That's why you never worry about oversaturating the garment market, because someone is always thinking of something new, some new material. Remember polyester? Polyester was a big thing because you didn't have to iron it. Hey, Brianna, how are you today? Thank you for joining me, and hope did a thumbs up. What are you working on? What's your weather like? Oh, I'm so over these people still sending me and calling me these stupid. Hey, Renee, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. And hope did a thumbs up. What are you working on? What's your weather like? Okay, I heard Gloria say your name different from the way I say it. So is it Mayamu or Mayamu? Mayamu. Can you just put it in phonetics so I can say it right? I hate to mess up people's names. She said it's 54 degrees and overcast in Brooklyn. I'm lurking at work. Right. I'm not working on anything right now. Okay. All right. We'll keep it on the down low. And Brianna saying hello to everybody. Yeah, the weather is nice. Yeah, my air conditioning, I was like, I got no break. Like for like wintertime, you get a little break on your electric bill because the weather is better. No breaks. We went from hot to cold, and so my bill was up because of the air conditioning, then it was up because of the heater. And last night, once it turned on, it never turned off, so it stayed hot. And the air conditioning kept coming on and off, on and off. So, but I heard on the news that tomorrow it's going to be in the 50s. So, no break. Myanmar. Myanmar? Myanmar. Am I saying it right? No, I'm not saying it right because I'm saying May. I keep wanting to say May. My Maya, is it Maya Ma? Maya. Nope. I know I'm not saying it right. Ma e ma. Maima? Somebody help Gloria. I do not like to mess up people's names. People mess up my name. Can you believe people mess up my name? Or they don't know how to spell it. Because I have an old name. I think only Hispanic people still name their children Gloria. Like Brianna has a young name. Her name will always be young. So Brianna's, when you hear the name Brianna, you don't even think about a person of age. You just think it's a young person. At least that's how I see it. But when I was watching that, why can't I think of that lady's first name? I know I think or is that her first name? Is her first name Frankie? I think her first name is Frankie, but she's scary. And I've only watched 1.5 episodes, I think, maybe 2. But it just starts so sad when you see her son walking over to the neighbor's house, and he walks away because nobody comes to the door, and then finally the man comes to the door as he's walking away, and he says, okay. He says, how can I help you? I think he said to the little boy. He says, I want you to, can you do me 2 favors? And he says, well, what are they? It was so sad. Oh my goodness, it was so sad. And he says, can you call the police for me? He's like, maybe that's all, just that one favor. I was like, oh my God. I just can't even imagine doing stuff like that. My daughter, she took me through the ringer, but what those kids have to go through, and all because of some other crazy lady. I don't know how many years the other lady got, but the mom, the Frank lady, got 30 years. Now her husband is trying to clear his name because everybody's looking at him like, what didn't you get? Very interesting. So that'll be my while I'm sitting and crocheting, I'll be watching the rest of it tonight. I don't know how long it is, but I'm fascinated with crime and the mentality of the person that commits the crime. Like, what were you thinking? And when I watched 2020, those ladies getting killed, I was like, ooh, I don't want anybody to love me like that. No, thank you. That is not love. Mm-mm. Brianna said, that's true. Yeah, it's true. Your name is a young name. They are fascinating. I hate to admit it. But there's only one criminal show that I watched that literally scared the living daylights out of me. If you ever hear his name is, and it's even scarier because it's my uncle's name, God rest his soul, but it's not him. The man's not my uncle. But his name is Sammy Little. He killed over 30 women, I think, something like that. But he can recall every single person that he murdered. And it was so creepy to me. I couldn't even watch all of it. I was like, this man is creeping me out. That's the only one I think I've never been able to watch all of them. There's very, very few of them that really creep me out, but him, when people get joy out of stuff like that, you're a different kind of crazy. So, but I think he's dead now. But whew, he was some kind of scary. But I said I should have been a psychologist major, but I probably would have dropped out. I probably after Well, I remember when we did psych in nursing school, I did not like it at all. It's very, very scary how the mind trips like that, how you go from a sane person to insane. And one of the things I found out was that a lot a lot of times college students in like their second year of college is really prevalent that they have a break with reality. I was like, that is not good. That's not good at all. But all of my other shows, I'm all caught up. So I was like, well, let me go watch this because I have the that guy that killed all those ladies up. I think that's upstate New York, but I can't remember. I want to say Igloo, but that's not the name of the place. Something like that. I have that saved too, but I said, well, let me watch this Frank lady. She's just as a nut as, but how you do that to your children, that's what just gets me. Oof. But because that's what she could control. Her children and her husband, all for bait click, as Brianna says, bait click. They were at one point making over 100 grand a month from YouTube. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm so glad I didn't get sucked into watching those family channels. Yeah, my daughter told me they were like a big thing. I said, yeah, I guess like just like the girl, the Petrillo. Anyway, the one that was in the mini, not the minivan. What do you call those little vans? The little RVs or whatever. That was a big thing too. I didn't know anything about it until she was murdered. I didn't know that was a big thing either. But I would never. I, I'm into. I love to see the chefs cook, but I pretty much just follow the vegan chefs because I always like to see how they make. You know, because I'm always dabbling with vegan. Net probably will never go completely vegan, but I'm always dabbling with it. And of course, crochet. I'm always following some crocheter, um, political stuff. But I think that's it for me. I don't think I don't know of any family YouTube channels. I got my own family. I don't need to watch anybody else's. If it's not a comedy on television, you are probably not gonna catch me on YouTube watching a family channel. In college, my roommate loved watching the Duggars, and even they that pained me to watch. Oh, I've never watched that, especially when I heard about. I think are they the family that had the incest thing going on or something like that? She said I knew something wasn't right. Yup. See, that's the stuff I get on the news. So I don't know. Even when they were doing that, the reality show with the Honey Boo Boo girl, I was like, oh no, mm-mm. That was a whole hot mess. I tell you that money thing makes people do some crazy things, And so, even when I don't watch any of those. I used to watch, what's their names? The Real House of Atlanta. And I always look and say, grown women acting like high school girls. I don't get it. So then when I heard, what's her name? Candy was, is she Candy? Yeah, Candy. Is that what they call her? Yeah, Candy. Anyway, when I heard she was not going to be on the show anymore, I was like, I'm not watching it. And then I'm glad I didn't want to watch it anymore because it was on Peacock. I wasn't watching it on the Bravo channel. I was watching it on Peacock. And Peacock was jacking up their prices. I was like, nope. I am going to miss Top Chef and I am going to miss the runway show. But I'm going to save me some money and I'm not going to worry about it. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, Arrested Development. That is truly. I refuse to pay for it. Yeah, I had when they had the little special, and then I got that message. It took me and the person at Comcast to figure out. I had to go through Peacock in order, and I had to go back to the television that I initially signed up on in order to cancel the subscription, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But that's how they get you. That's how it's like, oh, it's going to take her. The lady at Comcast had no clue. I had to go. I was on the phone with her. I came to my laptop. I went and Googled how to cancel Peacock. I saw that. I was like, OMG. Ran over to the television. And my thing is, what if you don't have that television anymore? So you're getting screwed because you don't have that television anymore? I think my Norton thing is expired too, because whatever card they've been charging me on, I don't think it went through. I think the card is expired and it's going to stay expired. Be honest, it sounds illegal. You'll only get a $5 Visa gift card 10 years from now. If these people are holding on to our funds, they don't want to pay up anything. It's ridiculous how rich these companies are off of us. And their prices just keep going up. At some point, I'm going to be, and I don't know, I'm debating, is it cheaper to stream everything or to just pay? Well, the thing is, I have the internet. So it doesn't make sense to pay Comcast all that money. And then I have Hulu and Disney, but that's through my phone plan. And then my daughter has YouTube TV because she hates commercials. I don't hate commercials because I'm an analyst in my heart. So I watch them just to see how fair they are for all people. So I fast forward through them when I'm watching my shows. But if I have to watch one, I want to see, what does it really represent. So it don't bother me. Probably because I grew up with commercials, where this younger generation, they don't care about commercials. Let me see. Emma says, I don't know you had. Oh, I didn't know you had to pay for it. Peacock has premium shows. So if you are watching anything premium, because the premium has a little lock thing on it, I think it's a little lock thing on. So if you're watching anything premium, you are paying for it unless you got your full package. See, I don't have the full package where I used to have Peacock. I had to cut that out because Comcast wanted to charge me $250 a month, and I just was not paying that kind of money for no television. No, sir. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Hey, Melanie, how are you today? Thank you for joining me, and hope did a thumbs up. What are you working on? What's your weather like? And Darcy is saying hello to Melanie. Oh, you did a video? That's so weird. I didn't get a notification. Oh, I have to go look for that. I did not see a notification. When did you post the video? I'm hoping it rains. I want it to rain. I just do not want to run my sprinklers. All of these, they have Peacock. If you don't have all those things, you're paying for Peacock, Paramount, Hulu. Hulu has all of the ABC stuff. Apple. I'm never going to pay for Apple. Who else? I think all of them. Max, Cinemax, or whatever. I guess Cinemax is now Max, HBO. See, I don't have all of those channels. I've never had. Once they started charging quote unquote premium prices for HBO and all that stuff, I was like, nope, don't need to watch it. So now I'm usually on Prime because they have American Greed. That was the other thing that I used to watch on Peacock, American Greed. And then they made that a premium. I was like, all them old doggone shows and y'all making that a premium? It's not like they're giving you the new ones. At least I wasn't seeing any new ones. It was all old stuff. And so on Prime, they have the old stuff of American Greed. But every now and again, they'll play one that I've never seen before. So I'm happy. And I've been watching Wicked Tuna over and over and over and over again. It's just noise in the background while I crochet. I can look up every now and again and see how big the tuna is and just keep going, just listening to them complain about each other. But that's my mindless TV watching. But it's ridiculous. Then they'll show, oh, you can get Prime and Max and this and that and the other for $20 a month. I was like, keep it. Keep it. The only reason why I have Prime is because I have an Amazon account, I guess. They're going to get you one way or the other. Let me see. Only posted about 40 minutes ago. Okay. Darcia, you want rain, I want snow. You want snow? Why do you want snow? That's the first time. I think you're the first person I've heard say they wanted snow. Apple has 2 shows I wanted to watch. Even when I got the chance to watch, they weren't worth it. I don't have all those channels either. My cable bill is still high. Wow. Wow, that is high. Mine is $146 with the cable. And I'm mad about that. But $250? No, sir. Y'all keep all those other channels. I have no problem watching old stuff. As long as my soap opera is new, I'm good. As long as the news is new, I'm good. As long as I can watch my crime shows that are new, I'm good. I don't need to watch Bravo, any of them. Like I said, I know the shows I'll miss, but you know what? Life goes on. Half of them are forgotten about them anyway. I was like, they are out of their minds. There's so many shows out there. I know there's too many. I miss the days where you could plug in your TV and all you needed were antennas. I know it. It's crazy. I was like, television used to be free. You just plug in your television and boom, things came on. Now you plug in the television, they want, okay, you want AT&T, you want Comcast, you want, who else? Verizon, and there's another one. I can't. And different cities have their own cable. Like in my area, different cities have their own cable. They don't necessarily have Comcast or AT&T. They have some other brand. I'm like, y'all keep all that. Keep it all. Darcia says she missed her antennas. When my ex-husband and I moved into this house, there was an antenna on the, it was there for, I don't know when they finally, him and my dad probably took it down. I don't know who took it down. I should have said, no, leave it there. Who knew? But I don't even think you can use antennas anymore, at least in the areas where there's cable and optic, whatever the heck they call it, whatever AT&T calls it. I say optic nerves, but it's not the nerves, it's wires, optic wires or whatever. Because they want all of our money. They want all of our money. Fiber optic. Thank you, Brianna. But I'm sure in areas where there's no broadband and such, they have their cable. I mean, they have their antennas because it's probably the only way they can get any communication. Gigi, I'd rather have the 146 a month than what I have to pay. 156. Yeah, it is cheaper. But I just had to give up all those channels. I was like, no way. I want to know what is the least amount of money. And a lot of people say, just go buy your own modem instead of paying the rental rate for the modems. If I was into technology and understood that, I would do it. But me and technology are not yet, we're not friends at all. So I just pay them. And most of when you look at your bill, a whole chunk of that is just fees, which I think is absurd that we have to pay all. And they always, every single year, they increase the fees, and every now and again they add another fee, a new fee that you never paid before. I don't get it. Anywho, let me get off of here so I can go and have a quick lunch before I have to go back to the grind. But I thank you all for joining me, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. And I hope I get this top done sometime between now and this time next week. Everybody stay safe. And Darcia, I hope you get your snow, and I hope I get my rain. Stay safe. Keep crocheting. Bye-bye.